Yo, what up, YouTube? This is your boy Food Junkie, and you know what I do on my way to work? We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk a little ish. We're gonna have a conversation, and we're gonna enjoy ourselves. You're gonna keep me company, and I'm gonna keep you. At least I'm gonna try to keep you entertained and informed. I really enjoyed my Workday Storytime yesterday, so I think I'm gonna do another one today for you. Hope you guys don't mind. You don't mind, do you? Okay, good. So this one is basically about knowing your worth and walking into into your purpose, basically. And I'm gonna take it on a different direction. Yesterday I mentioned some things, well, it's not that I want to expound upon and talk about today. And basically I'm gonna wrap it all up in a nice little bow towards the end. Yesterday I mentioned about my car accident, how my car burnt up on me. Well, it's not things done in the third. And I mentioned that I got into 3 other severe car accidents since then. It's actually been 4. I'm gonna go over briefly, talk about each of the 4 different car accidents I've been in, and how those are blessings, basically. Because I told you I learn from everything. I take everything that I go through and find a lesson in it and try to apply that lesson for my life, my everyday life, which I try to apply here on YouTube as well. Now, me being positive and informative and pleasant is always me. That doesn't mean that I won't cuss a bitch out quickly if need be. So please don't get it twisted at all. I've always been that way, always will be this way. I can talk intelligently to you, I can talk confidently to you and breathe life into you. Also can snatch the air out your motherfucking esophagus as well, with no problem whatsoever. Yeah, but let's talk about what I'm talking about. Well, the first car accident I was in is when I was leaving this training class I was in. I was leaving this training class about probably 20 plus years ago, whatever. Probably not that long, but it's been a while. I was leaving this training class that I was in here in Atlanta. I was out of school. I was my first job that I thought was going to be a career, with an airline. I was in training. I was with the airline that I was with for about 2 years, and I was training for a different position with the airline. And during that process, I was on my way home from the training class for the new position, and somehow I hit a patch of black ice. And hitting that patch of black ice, I went over the median. My car flipped over and hit a telephone pole. And that telephone pole came down the center of my car, down the center of my car. It basically folded my car in half, kind of like a hot dog. Imagine a hot dog bun. My car was a hot dog bun, and the pole was a hot dog. Thank God I walked away from that car accident with very little scratches, minor scratches here and there. On my arms. I think I have a couple on my arms still, and then I have one somewhere on my face. Don't remember what it was, but it was a scratch. It was not a cut. It was not a lesion. It's not a lesion. Is that called a lesion? Whatever it was, a laceration. It wasn't a laceration. It was just a cut, a little scrape actually. So I walked away from that one. When the paramedic stuff came in, they were like, "Oh my God, you're lucky, you're blessed, this and that third." I'm like, thank you, I appreciate it. Can I go home now? They're like, you're in shock. You're in shock. I'm like, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm cool. I'm good. I'm straight. They're like, you're in shock. You need to take you to the hospital. What's not? You may have a concussion or something. I didn't hit my head. I'm fine. But anyway, needless to say, they took me to the hospital or whatever, and like I told them, I was fine, no concussion, nothing happened, whatever. And basically, I couldn't drive the car, but I got a ride home from the hospital, whatever. That was the first time I realized, damn, me and cars really don't get along. The first time was when the car burnt up on me, and that incident was because I didn't tell you guys yesterday, but that incident was because when I got my oil changed in that situation, they didn't refill my car with oil. Kind of find out. So needless to say, I came into a little bit of money from that, but that wasn't part of the story yesterday. I just realized I didn't tell y'all that part of it yesterday. And plus, not too long ago, Not soon after that, I went to college, so it really wasn't important. But yeah, that was the second car accident I got into, when the car came into my pole here in Georgia, where the car came into my pole. The pole came into my car here in Georgia and folded like a hot dog bun. That was the second car accident I've ever been to. Severe situation involving a car. The third one was when I was headed to the gym. Once again, it was raining and it was cold, so there was a patch of black ice. I hit the curb here in Georgia, and my car slid out of bounds, flipped over 3 times, and ran into another telephone pole upside down on his roof. Once again, I walked away from that car accident, this time with no scratches whatsoever. Just pretty much got up, walked away. Everyone, of course, you know how when car accidents happen, people are really helpful. They stopped what they were doing. They actually came over to my to assist me. They were surprised I pretty much climbed out the window on my own, got up, brushed myself off, and looked to see where my gym bag was. Because I was still going to go to the gym. I went to the gym. Actually, I didn't go to the gym right away. I waited for, of course, the police and the paramedics stuff to come in. And this was all around the same area that I got into the second car accident in, where the telephone pole came and split my car open, basically. Or split my car like a hot dog bun. And I don't know if it was the same officers or whatever the case may be, but they were like, "You are so lucky. What have happened to you, whatever," you know what I'm saying? You could have been dead. You should have been dead. People don't survive stuff like this, whatever. Your car is, of course, the first time was, second time, well, all times my car was totaled in every accident I've been in. But they were like, "Well, your car is totaled, you know, people don't walk away from stuff like that." And you walk away with nothing at all, no scratches, no cuts, no lesions, no nothing. I'm like, "Okay, thank you. Am I good?" They're like, "Yeah, why? Are you in a rush to go somewhere?" I'm like, I told them, I'm trying to go to the gym. They was like, you shouldn't go to the gym. You should go to the hospital." I'm like, "No, I'm fine. I'm going to the gym." And mind you, the gym was like probably a block and a half away from where the accident happened. So I went to the gym, met people that I knew from the gym, let them know what happened. So after we finished working out, they took me home. Of course, I got another car. Always had insurance for stuff like that, so in case something happens. The third time, well, this will be the third time? Fourth time a car accident happened, but the third time, as far as an accident happened, is when I was living in Charlotte. Me and my husband got into this huge argument over something, I don't even know what it was, something stupid. You know, me and my smart ass mouth all the time. I probably said something smart. He didn't like it. I didn't care. I kept saying something smart to him, whatever. And we got into this huge accident. We both, huge argument. Well, I went to work. He went to work as well after that, you know. And I was on my way home from work. I got off earlier than before he did. He was getting off. He worked like a long day. I worked like a short day. So on my way home, off of Riding Hill Avenue in Charlotte, I don't know what I did. I don't know what happened. But somehow I hit something, and my car, I lost control of my car basically, and it flipped over a couple times, and once again ran into a pole. And with that, you know, of course the police came, whatever paramedics came. I walked out of that one fine, you know. And where he worked, we had mutual friends there, you know. They were all managers, you know, that we knew each other. We always hung out and knew each other, whatever. So I called and let him know what happened, of course. The other two times I was single. We weren't together. This time we were together. So I called and let him know what happened, whatever. And he had the audacity to say, "I can't leave work right now." First he asked, are you okay? Then he said, "Oh, I can't leave work right now." Yeah, that pissed me off. Be like, "Well, no, I have somebody come pick you up." Like, fuck that, I'm good, thank you. To this day, I won't let him let that down. to this day he feels guilty about that as well. But I don't care. Like I said, I don't believe in apologies. Don't do shit to make you want to apologize for. To this day, I haven't forgiven him for that. I don't hold it against him, but I always remind him that that's what you did. Don't mean I love him any less, or he loved me any less, but like I said, I don't do apologies because you don't do shit that you should be apologizing for. Always be who you are, and what you do the first time, your first response to action is always going to be what it is. But anyways, that's another story in itself. But that was that one. And then the last accident I got into was about, mind you, these first 3 accidents was all in SUVs. And mind you, I drive an SUV now. So that's why I'm always like, kind of be careful and cussing and fussing about people acting stupid on the road. And I always try to keep an eye out for everyone else besides myself. That's why I really don't look at the camera that much when I am driving. I try to make sure that I keep my eyes focused and peering around me, make sure I'm driving safe and everybody else around me is driving safe. Like this motherfucker right here is eating fucking chicken and shit next to me. Fucking asshole. Anyway, so yeah. So the last accident I got into, it was an SUV. It was the car I got after I got into my last accident. It was a Buick LeSabre, because I wanted something that was bigger but not, an SUV, because I was sick of SUVs at that time. So I was been driving them around, it was paid for, things like that. Going to work again. And I knew I needed brakes to get my brakes checked, whatever the case may be. But you think, well, I can wait, until next week. And then next week turned to next month. And then next month turned to the month after that. So I knew I had to get my brakes checked for probably 6 months. But I chose not to do it. I just kept putting brake fluid in the car, and get my oil change, whatever, have them do brake fluid, because shit, I don't do all that shit. Not that I can't, it's just that I don't want to. Why do I have to? I can pay somebody to do it for me. But so I kept having to put brake fluid in every time I would get my oil change, stuff like that. And if I need more, or thought I need more, I would put some in myself. Speaking of motherfuckers, that's a Cadillac. Okay, I'm sorry. So on my way to work, when I got out of my community, I knew something was wrong because my brakes wasn't working that well. Then when I hit one stoplight and my brakes took a while to enact, then I actually hit another traffic light and my brakes didn't act at all. Thank God the light turned green before I even got there. So I realized, okay, I have no brakes now. So opposed to me trying to drive more into, traffic was not, I actually veered off into this empty parking lot where this bowling alley was and a hotel. So I actually purposefully ran into those cinder block cement type barriers that they were getting ready to put that on the road, whatever. I purposely ran into that so I could actually stop the car and get out. Of course, the car was totaled, axle was broken, things like that. They just say always wear my seatbelt, just in case something happened. Always get a car with airbags, just in case something happened. But police came, asked me was I drunk. I'm like, no, my brakes went out, so I had to stop the car somehow, and that's the only way I could stop the car. And I couldn't, keep driving around this parking lot to slow down, so I just had to crash my car into this. Of course, the funny thing is, I never got a ticket for any accidents I've been in. Because no one else was ever damaged or hurt or involved. It was always me and a car by myself. Which is a good thing. But I'm telling these stories because, like I said, I know that God watches out for me. I know that I'm blessed. I know that He has blessed me to be able to survive all of that and then much more that I've survived in my life. To the point to where I am extremely grateful and humble that I am here, that I have the sense that he gave me, that I try to apply it as much as possible. He also believe in God don't help those who don't help themselves. So that's why I'm always going to protect myself, because why would I expect him to protect me when I can't even protect myself, or not willing to protect myself from anything and anyone? So that's the whole point. I'm saying walking in faith and walking within your purpose. And I know that there's a purpose for me on this planet that is much bigger than I am, that is much bigger than what I can even imagine it to be. Because I always dream big. I dream huge actually. And I know that whatever God has for me is much bigger than even that. So that's why he has allowed me to survive what I have survived and learned from, and be able to be confident and comfortable with who I am, what I do, and how I do it. Like I said, I know that whatever I do, there's no malicious intent in anything that I do or say. I will protect myself to the fullest extent of what my power is, always and always. I always am grateful and thankful that God has given me the mindset to always strive to be better, always strive for more, always want to be the best that I was meant to be. Seek that out and actually be that. So that's why it kind of is bothersome that what's happening right now, because that's really not me. You know what I'm saying? That's a side of me that I really try to keep at bay, because it really isn't a nice side, it really isn't a good side. It doesn't improve my life or the quality of my life at all, to constantly cuss people out and constantly go back and forth with people. I know there's a blessing that I have been able to survive what I've survived, just dealing with the car situations that I've been in, let alone just the life situations that I've been in, having guns pulled on me, having, living in gang-infested areas, not being someone in the gang, but hanging out with the gangs, just a lot of different things that I've been through in my life that people really don't understand and don't know. Growing up in the projects was not where, people were getting murdered and beaten in stairwells just for being there. Girls were being raped, stolen, killed, Like I said, I have two sisters, who are extremely beautiful. My mom had to move us out of that area, just in order to make sure that they were safe, It's just all kinds of stuff that I've been through and experienced in my life. So all this YouTube stuff is pretty much, really nonsense to me. And while people think that it's fun and people think it is, they're doing something big, the reality is you have no idea what people have been through in their life. You really have no idea what people go through on a daily basis, and what triggers they may have that may have them react in a way that you truly are not ready for. In order to defend themselves and make themselves feel safe. It's just you don't know those things, and you think that it's funny because someone chooses to tell their story or tell a story about themselves and try to use that against them. Like I always say, if I'm telling you something about me, I've dealt with it. I dealt with it. I moved on. I'm okay with it. That's why I'm telling you about it. But that's anything that goes on in my life. Even if I don't tell you what's not, and it's brought up or dug up, I don't really care, because I dealt with everything in my life that I need to deal with that can possibly cause me any type of harm whatsoever. But also, you don't know what someone's trigger points are. You don't know what someone is able to do. Yesterday, that was a live. I think it was Sean Bradley's live. I'm not quite sure what it was, who live it was. I think it was Sean Bradley's live, where we were discussing. It was being discussed that people are afraid to tell their stories on here because they're afraid that it may be used against them. And I pretty much said what I said just now in that live. I typed it, I should say, is that you have to really much walk in faith. You have to walk in knowing that you are who you are, and when you are doing something or telling a story, you have to truly be over that story and over things that happen with you. And not saying that it doesn't affect you, but you really can't let the fact that you need to tell your story and get that out, not only for yourself but also to help someone else to know that you're not the only one who have dealt with stuff. You're not the only one who are dealing with something. You're not the only one that can help someone. You know what I'm saying? Or that need help by someone, I should say. You can truly help someone by telling your story. not only is it a release for you, because it mainly is for you, not only is it a release for you, it also can be a help and a testimony for someone else that someone else can take something from and learn from. It's not always about the roast and the gags and the reads and the clowns, well, it's not, you know what I'm saying, and the jokes. As y'all know, I like to have fun, I like to be silly. But part of me being silly is the fact that I have lived a very serious life for the majority of my life. I wasn't allowed to be silly as a child. I had to grow up quickly. I had to learn things quickly as a child because I wasn't allowed to, really be a child. Like I said, I've been working ever since I was 12 years old. I've been, making my own money. I moved out of my mom's house when I was, 17, 18 years old. My last year in high school, I moved out on my own. Then from there, I've been on my own ever since. Never to go back home again. Never to, depend on anyone for anything, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So you don't know the struggle that people go through mixed with the just life experiences they have. So that's why it kind of irritates me when people downplay someone's age, because you don't know what someone experienced in their life. At the age of 18, 19, I was 3,500 miles away from all my family by myself here in Atlanta, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? And I had to survive and make sure that I lived my life in a way that I want to live my life with. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all that also my first couple of days down here in Georgia, I was homeless. Now, not homeless with an address. Not homeless with a place to sleep, but homeless with an address. I had money in my pocket, but I still didn't have a place to stay. And I was waiting for my dorm room to get ready, and it took about a week and a half for that to happen, which cut into the money that I had for that year of school. And mind you, like I told you, my mom didn't have a lot of money, so all the money that I had was money that I made and saved up. It was then over the years, in preparation for going to school, knowing that I was going to go to school and go to school away from home. So people don't really understand that, my survival skills is really on point. I can survive anywhere. I told y'all the story where when I finally got into my dorm room around the campus of the college I went to, I was known as the survivor because I did everything in my power to make sure that I will be okay, for one, and for two, that everyone knows not to fuck with me again. Leave me the fuck alone, basically. That was an 18-year-old child, or 18-year-old young man, I should say, on his own, doing everything on his own, calling the Concerned Black Clergy, calling the Rainbow Push Coalition, calling the news stations, calling the newspaper stations to let them know what I was going through as a, young black man living, moving, or trying to go to college. Well, it's not. And what they told me to lie to me, what they said I could do, and when I did, it was not. All of a sudden, everything wasn't ready. Like I said, it was ready. But that's another story in itself as well. I touched on it twice so far. Come on now, don't do that. You get behind your dumb ass, fucking idiot. Yeah. So like I said, people don't know what people have been through, what people go through, what may be a trigger for people. Like I said, I'm over everything. Well, it's not. That's why I can sit here and smile and talk about it. That's why I can sit here and make fun of it, whatever, and joke about it, because I'm over it. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't affect me in a negative way whatsoever. And I get over things pretty quickly. I really, truly do, because I know that God got my back. So regardless of what anyone does, what anyone says, it means absolutely nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the purpose that God has for me is beyond my understanding. So I know it's beyond your understanding. You know what I'm saying? Or someone who chooses to try to nitpick and pick at people. Well, it's not. I just don't like being picked at. I really don't. It's an irritant of mine. It's something that I just don't enjoy. Don't pick and prod. You know what I'm saying? If I tell you to leave me alone, just leave me alone. If someone says you leave them alone, just leave them alone. Anyways, that was my little Workday story time, about my 4 severe car accidents that should have killed me, but didn't, because I am a child of God, and He has my back all times, always and always. He has blessed me and put me here for a purpose, and I have yet to reach that purpose. And until I reach that purpose, I'm going to be here, and all I'm going to do is live out the best way I possibly can, the way that I was meant to live out this life. I want to thank you guys for being with me on this car ride. Let me get my mind right for work, because this shit gonna get on my nerves. I already know it. So I'd like to thank you guys again. To all my new subscribers, thank you. Just a little bit more about myself. I would really love for you to watch some of my earlier videos so you kind of get a brief introduction of who I am and what I'm about. You may have been used to me cussing somebody out or, you know, acting a fool in the past couple of weeks, but, you know, that's just a small part of who I am. I'm trying to show you a little bit more of my talent, a little bit more of my personality and my charisma that I think I have. You know, hope you guys are enjoying this. Hope you guys are enjoying the different directions I'm trying to take this channel and the different things that I'm showing you. As always, love yourself, love someone else, respect yourself, and respect someone else. I want to thank also all of my day one subscribers and all the subscribers I've picked up along the way. I truly appreciate you guys. I truly love you guys. And even the haters, y'all make me stronger. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make me stronger, so thank you. I appreciate you guys. Because if I just was living in a perfect world, that'd be boring. And I'm not a boring person. Y'all know that. Y'all have a great day. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Have a great evening. On your way home from work, be careful. On your way to work, be careful. Hug and kiss someone in your family. Hug and kiss someone. Just hug someone. Hug someone. I'm gonna do it when I get to work. I'm gonna hug somebody when I get to work. Although they know I don't like being touched. It's gonna shock them, surprise them that I'm gonna ask somebody for a hug. Oh my God, it's gonna be funny. Y'all have a great day, okay, you guys? I love you. Peace.